Hey, welcome to another episode of Clear Lake Connections, where we talk to the people behind the businesses of Bay Area Houston. Special guests today are Jan and Sarah, and you are with Project Joy and Hope. Please tell us about Project Joy and Hope, what it is, how it started.
Jameson, thank you for having Sarah and I to be here today to talk about Project Joy and Hope. Actually, we've been in the community over 23 years serving seriously ill children and their families. We're not far down the road from the chamber, just inside the Pasadena city limits, where we have the first pediatric palliative care center in the nation. If you come to our campus, you will see not only the palliative care center, but 12 three-bedroom, two-bath homes where seriously ill children live when they're receiving treatment at the Texas Medical Center.
And am I to understand the families are invited too, so that you keep them all together and they get to share the space?
You know, it's exciting to have the campus there, because what we do is provide a home away from home for complete families when their children are receiving treatment for cancer, pre or post-transplant, or need palliative care. Most people don't know what palliative care means, actually, but to say the word palliative means to comfort. And so not only do we give the families a home where they can stay together, which is our primary goal, to keep families together, but they also are comforted by a vast array of programs that we offer, not only for the child that's ill, but for every member of the family.
So what are some of those programs that, so my understanding then is the child goes to the medical center to receive treatment, comes back, and then the palliative care is at the campus. But what kind of activities do you have for the family, siblings, things like that?
Sure. Social workers from Texas Children's Memorial Hermann, MD Anderson Pediatric Cancer Center refer their families to our organization. The primary goal is to give the families a residential home, as we had mentioned, but when they come there, we also see that the families benefit from case management. The siblings have programs that we offer throughout the month. We have a family services coordinator that works with the families. We might have a bingo night or fun activities for them on the campus. And then we also have direct services for parents when they're making difficult decisions. We have a legal department where they get their wills, advance directives, their medical powers of attorney provided for them at no cost. And some of these programs are also offered to other people in the community. We provide the life care planning for folks in the community that cannot afford the cost to do those documents. We also don't always have siblings that are just the ones that live with us. We can house up to 72 people per night.
Wow.
But siblings that live in the community with children that are medically fragile also have challenges. Sometimes these siblings, and Sarah has seen this too, is that they're the ones who are left out. They don't get to go to football practice. They don't get to go to birthday parties. They don't get to go just to McDonald's because mom and dad are always going back and forth to the medical center because of the chemotherapy treatments, radiation treatments, just follow-up appointments. And I realized that actually a long time ago. I founded this agency back in 2000 after my child died from bone cancer. She was 15 at the time and had a younger sister. And one of the unmet needs I felt were opportunities for siblings in the midst of the challenge that the family was going through.
So you started this out of, I guess, your own story. And it I guess it inspired you to do this for other families. Having a firsthand account really helped you kind of grow this to just a tremendous size.
Well, when my daughter Valerie was going through this experience and our family was going through the experience, we had a supportive community. We had a faith community that was supportive of us. I had already been in the medical field and understood how to communicate with doctors, nurses, social workers, and a complement of care providers. Not only did I see this through a personal experience, of course, like you said, but my doctorate is in pediatric palliative care. And so after looking at it from a family lens and then getting more training in a professional area, I married the two together to create a small board of people who knew that we had a lot of unmet needs in Texas and needed to do something about it.
And like all nonprofits, you obviously need volunteers and resources. Tell me about, I know October is your busy month. You said that's where you get 50% of your funding from 2 events. Tell us about those events and how people can get involved.
Well, we are always excited for October to come around because it's our opportunity to make the community aware of the good work that we do and also to celebrate the families that we serve. In October, we have a combined event. This is our 23rd annual Gala and Golf Classic. On October 3rd, we do our golf tournament at Kingwood Country Club. Businesses can still sponsor a hole or put a team in the tournament, or there are need for a few more volunteers to come out and be involved. Our gala is at the Hyatt Regency on October 29th. What's the good news?
We're sold out.
Yeah, that's amazing.
We're sold out, and we're excited about that. But the folks in the Clear Lake area can still have an opportunity to support the housing program that we run year-round. And I think Sarah might want to tell you about that.
That's absolutely right. We have a raffle that's going on at the gala October 29th, and you have the opportunity to become a millionaire. So you can win $1,000 worth of scratch-offs and a $250 gift card to Perry's. So you become a millionaire, and then you go have that amazing steak later.
Awesome. And how can they reach out to you?
So you can reach out to us by going to our website, joyandhope.org, or you can call us at 713-944-6569. You can ask for Sarah or Jan. Give us a call. Any questions you have, we're here to answer them.
Awesome. And can they stop by the facility to purchase?
We would love for folks to come by. You know, there's no better way to understand what we do than to come by and get a tour of our campus and see firsthand the joy and hope that we provide to families. Families come to us from all over the country. They may be in Tennessee, and suddenly there'll be a diagnosis that is better managed here at our medical center. We have the best medical center in the world. Mm-hmm. People from overseas understand that. We've had families come from Turkey, from Pakistan, from southern past our southern border, and so lots of people come here seeking the excellent care that the medical center can provide. When families do reach us, what they say is that for once they're not in a hotel. There may be other opportunities for housing, but most of them are community-based in that they live in a bedroom and eat with maybe many other families. Now at our center, they each have their own home. Mom can cook, children can play their games, and we have a beautiful new playground that's been expanded. And on the playground, that's where families connect. You know, when families connect, they suddenly realize they're not alone. They know that with our staff that they're not alone because we meet those needs we were talking about earlier. But when they get on a slide or get on a swing or play cornhole together or shoot some baskets, they suddenly realize their child may have cancer, but the other person's child is waiting on a new heart. And suddenly they become friends. It's not uncommon for them to share dinner together, connect. You know, you mentioned volunteers earlier, and sometimes we have volunteers do something as simple as prepare a home cooked meal and deliver it to our care center, and then us pass it on to families.
Yeah, it's remarkable the work you're doing, and basically, you're not just giving the joy and hope, but it's probably a peace of mind for these families. Give me I love stories, so give me a story of a family that you met, and it just resonates. You remember it because it was such a powerful story. I think it's important to share those types of things.
You know, there's one story that comes to mind. There are really hundreds of families that we've helped over the years. I think of one family, and the little boy was named Keegan. Keegan had been born with some challenges with his lungs from birth. He spent the first 4 years in a hospital up north. Finally, it was important for them to try to get a lung transplant, and Keegan was getting older. He was trached and vented, and so he was connected to a hose and machine since birth. You may see sometimes pictures of Keegan on our website or on our Facebook page, but he comes to mind because his mom and dad, he had an older sister, and they wanted to be together during that particular time. And so they came to our facility, and the wait was long. You know, sometimes families get these calls for lungs, and it may be that it's not the perfect match when they get this exciting call, and then it doesn't work. And so Keegan had a few false alarms. But you know, the exciting part of Keegan's story is how his call came. If you've ever been to Pasadena, one of the things we're very proud of is the Bethlehem event at South Main Baptist Church. At South Main, they recreate the Bethlehem story and make it where you can walk through on your way to discover the baby Jesus. And so the exciting thing was that we're always looking for activities for families to go to, and these families got to go to, were planning to go to Bethlehem. And so they arrive at Bethlehem, and the call for Keegan's lungs comes on the phone. And so he was really our Christmas miracle.
Nice. That's amazing. So anything else you want to tell the audience before we part? We've told them how to connect with you. You've got your big fundraising coming up, so much success there, I hope. Anything else you want to tell us about Project Joy and Hope?
There are a couple of programs that I want the community to be aware of that have helped the Clear Lake community as well. We have a very, we've talked about housing, but we have a very, one of the best kept secrets, I think, on the Gulf Coast. We have an amazing scholarship program. Our scholarship program is very unique in that we provide scholarships to graduating seniors who have experienced the death of a sibling or a parent. Not only have they been bereaved by their loss, but the unique thing is that they have served their community in amazing ways despite their adversity. And so every year in January, schools that are within 100 miles of our campus, students can go online and apply for a college scholarship. Last year, this year in May, we gave out 31 scholarships and totaling over $100,000.
Wow.
This is exciting because that started back in 2001 when we gave out 2 $500 scholarships. And it's grown over the years with people investing in the education of these special students. And we have an awards program in every May where we remember the loved one of the student, but we also really congratulate them for their resilience and send them forward to a promising future. They're really our new and future leaders.
I love the way that your passion comes out and the fact that you're passionate about this and you've been able to grow it over the years. It's quite remarkable. Thank you.
Well, I'll just say this. People can say I all the time, but the thing is, it's a we. But be bigger and beyond that, I really feel like it's God's mission. We just have the opportunity to be involved in it and to see what He does. I always say that no matter what your circumstances, there can be joy and hope, and He has proven that over and over again.
Well, thank you both again for coming.